Turn my headphone down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about why you should vaccinate your kids and why choosing not to is detrimental to not only yourself and your children, but to society as a whole. Alright, so we're going to kick this thing off with a few misbeliefs that anti-vaxxers believe. So, first, they say that vaccines can make me or my child get sick or even die. Well, I'm here to tell you that most vaccine after effects are minor and short term, like a little fever or a sore arm. Next, you might hear anti-vaxxers say, but the diseases that needed vaccines have almost completely disappeared from my country, so I don't need to vaccinate.
That is not correct.
Just because vaccines have been able to reduce many of the dangerous diseases out there today in your country, the same diseases are still prevalent and are still problematic and a big threat in other countries that don't have the resources to get vaccinated and don't have the resources to end these diseases. Moving along, misbelief number 3 is vaccines cause autism. This is not true at all. First of all, the one who came up with this idea, Andrew Wakefield, has been completely discredited on his work with testing the links between autism and vaccines.
A 1998 study that linked the vaccine to autism and bowel disease gained enormous credibility from its publication in the British medical journal, The Lancet.
This publication, which was wrong, was scientifically implausible, which should never have been published to start with, led people to believe vaccination caused autism.
In its retraction, The Lancet now agrees, saying the claims in the original paper have been proven to be false. That follows last week's ruling by Britain's medical regulator that...
And to add to that, further research shows that autism develops when a baby is in its mom's stomach, way before it is born and receives vaccines. Alright, switching gears now. We are now going to talk about the positives of vaccines and why you should vaccinate your children. Okay, we're going to start off with a given. Vaccines save lives. Vaccines are there to prevent dangerous diseases and are one of the greatest public health achievements of the 20th century. They help prevent 33,000 deaths per year in the US alone and 3 million worldwide. And if we stop vaccinating, preventable diseases can and will return. This is the reason why we continuously vaccinate against diseases we no longer see a lot of. Also, vaccines are not meant for just you. A vaccinated community creates something called a herd immunity, which helps diseases from being spread to babies too little for vaccines, pregnant women, old people, individuals who are allergic to certain ingredients in vaccines, and people who have weakened immune systems, such as people with asthma, chronic illnesses, and cancer. Vaccines save money too. It is always a lot cheaper to prevent diseases rather than having to treat them later in the long run. Routine childhood immunization saves about $13.6 billion in direct costs. Prior to contrary beliefs, vaccines are very safe. Vaccines have to go through very rigorous trials and tribulations before being approved by the Food and Drug Administration and are very closely observed for safety. And finally, drum roll please. Vaccines protect future generations. Vaccines have either eliminated or greatly reduced many diseases that had killed or severely disabled people back in the day. Smallpox, for example, was eradicated worldwide thanks to vaccines. And if we continue to vaccinate now, your future self can be assured that some diseases of today will no longer be there to harm the children of the future. Remember, people, it's not just about you, it's about the whole world. And that, kids, concludes my presentation about why you should choose to vaccinate your children instead of choosing to not vaccinate your children. Thanks for watching.